Hello and welcome to the Connection Couch, where we're all about helping you grow your business through conversation and connection.
That is correct.
Comfy, Joe, if that's all right.
That's right, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So make sure, or please remember, I should say, to hit the subscribe button and also click the notification bell.
Down there somewhere.
Yeah, so you get told of when we upload new content, because it's pretty good stuff.
It is pretty good stuff, particularly this episode where we're talking about the amount of content you share online. How much is too much? How much is too little?
I love LinkedIn, Joe. I'm going to post 5 times a day.
Awesome.
Is that a good idea?
Well, we'll be getting into that very soon.
Will we?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. So let's get onto it. You forgot, didn't you?
Yeah.
But that was okay though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And now we can do that.
Yeah. All right. So 5 times a day. So 5 times a day, Joe.
5 times a day, Rage. Do you have that much time? Do you have that much to say?
No, now you mentioned it. No, I don't. I really got to rethink my strategy.
Okay. So if we think about content on LinkedIn, and there is a lot, well, there is or there are a lot of people right now talking about how you should post a lot of volume. Gary Vee is one of them actually, but Gary Vee has a massive audience, so he can get away with high volume.
Yeah.
But his volume isn't as high as some of the other people really sprouting this stuff. So, 3-4 times a day to get maximum visibility. Sure, but you need to have an audience for that, and you need to be interesting. And
I think that's the key, to be honest.
interesting, and because if you're not interesting, you're not going to get engagement, and it's going to end up falling on deaf ears. So the way LinkedIn...
Like the video, please. Like the video.
Like the video.
Slap like now, Davey504.
Now, have you suffered from this, or have you seen content that is just not interesting, but you're seeing a lot of it?
Most of it.
But what happens is when you share,
Sorry.
except mine,
Except for Joe's, of course.
but I don't post 5 times a day.
No.
I don't even post every day.
Wow.
It might feel like I'm posting a lot. That's the trick, see?
That's a trick, see? Yeah.
It's a trick.
So
It is a trick.
now, eh? It's a trick,
Absolutely. So if you're posting, we'll just say 4 times a day. If you're posting 4 pieces of content a
See? I
day,
said 5.
or 5, okay, sorry, 5.
Don't change it.
5, I wasn't listening, was I, clearly? We're posting 5 times a day. So you're just throwing content at a wall and hoping it sticks.
But what if I've got a strategy? So in my 5 pieces of content, I'm going to give away a DIY tip. I'm going to talk about a case study. I've run out of things to talk about already.
5, see, there you go.
I'm struggling. I'm only on my
luck
third finger.
with that. And then you've got a sales piece.
Oh, I'm going to sell. That's right. And then I'll try and lift someone else's boat from the high tiding rise.
Okay.
I said that backwards on purpose.
I'm really impressed with how quickly you came up with that. Yeah. So you could create a lot of content, but you've kind of jumped way ahead. So, if you're not getting the engagement now, throwing more content on LinkedIn isn't going to get you more engagement.
So then why do the people who say post 5 times a day, why did they say that if it's not going to be a benefit?
Because
Have they benefited from it somehow?
well, they would have, otherwise they
Or they're
wouldn't be
just
saying
spouting
it.
a load of crap.
Generally, people saying that have got a massive audience, and they might be part of pods or some engagement group. So a pod, we've got an episode about pods. So
That's a dirty word, isn't it?
yeah, link up here if it's released. I'm thinking if the order has that one been done yet. I don't know, but link up there anyway. We'll get to
If
it.
there's a video to link, there'll be a link up there.
And if it's not there yet, it is coming. So it's there. So pods are an engagement tactic where you've got a pod of people. I don't like the word pod in itself. It's like just a weird word. But it's an engagement group.
Oh, peas in the pod, aren't they?
Yeah, peas in a pod. Yeah, whatever it is. Anyway, so you've got a group of people who are all going to agree to engage in each other's content. And that's how you get more engagement. And this is not an episode obviously about pods, but you want to have the right people engaging with your content. So if you're in a pod full of hundreds of people across the globe in different industries, they may not have your audience, so the engagement's false. So yes, they're growing their network and they're getting engagement, but it's not real. So it's kind of a waste of time. You're feeding your own ego in the dark in a little cupboard, and is it going to get you business at the end of the day? Because you're on LinkedIn to grow your career, grow your business, or establish your brand, whatever it is you're trying to do. Always be clear on that goal. What is the goal you've got?
Have we got a video about goals, Joe?
We do have a video about goals.
Where would they find that video, Joe?
Up in the corner here, you'll click on this link.
get the hang of it.
I know.
It's a YouTube business thing, isn't it?
I know, this whole backwards thing, I think it's going to be that way, but it's not, it's that way. So you need to be thinking about what, where was my point here? I was going somewhere with this. Your goals, your purpose. That's right. Yeah. So
I put you off. Didn't I?
totally.
She had a flow, and I just went.
I know. It's like, stop it, Reg.
Off.
Stop it. Yeah. So if you're posting a lot of content, so the people that are promoting this sort of strategy, I'm going to guess that they're in pods, or they've been in a pod and they've got that engagement going, or they've got a massive network, or they are indeed an influencer. So they've got that. So, I mean, Gary Vee is a good example because he is an influencer. He's been around for a long time on social. He's just lifted his LinkedIn game over the last year or so. But he's been an influencer on LinkedIn for a good, 5 years or something. But he's been an influencer in social media for at least 10 years. So people know who he is. And when he drops content, people engage with him, so he can get away with it. But if you're Bob down the road, or the average Joe like me, am I the average Joe?
Oh, well, you're definitely a Joe.
Does the average Joe have blue hair? I don't know. Anyway, so if you're just the average person, are you going to get that sort of engagement? Possibly not, unless you've got a really tight and engaged network. But you're going to get the engagement from engaging with other people firstly. So you've got that.
Give to get.
Exactly. So sometimes less is more. So if you look at my own particular activity feed, when you go to the articles and activity area, you've got obviously articles, you've got activity, and you've got posts, and then documents. You want to look at posts and see how often someone's posting. And the people that are posting 5 times a day, you're not posting obviously natively 5 times a day because you've got things to do. It's all scheduled. Yep. And there's nothing wrong with scheduling. It's a way of being productive. But if you're dropping your content and running, and if you're not responding to comments, people will stop talking to you as well. So you've got to manage that really well. But my point was, people say to me, I'm on LinkedIn a lot and I post a lot of content, but I actually don't. I engage with other people's content more than I do my own. And my sort of formula for that is, for every piece of content you share on LinkedIn, you should engage with at least 9 other people's content.
Wow. Okay. I've never heard that one before.
I'm sure we talked about this.
Probably did.
You probably weren't listening. It was probably in a previous episode,
I said I didn't hear it. I didn't see you never said it. There's a difference.
Yes. So I believe, you should be engaging with people's content. Now, engaging is liking, as we've talked about in previous episodes, or commenting, but saying something of value, so picking the right people to engage with, then that way you don't need to share them a lot of content because your voice and you're visible, but not, you're sharing your voice, but anchored to other people's content, and you're tapping into their network. So you don't have to constantly be coming up with new ideas. Yeah. So when you said 5, you couldn't even think of 5 things to say in that quick example.
No, I couldn't.
You don't need to.
I'm surprised I got 2, to be honest with you.
I know. So you just have to then, if you comment on other people's stuff and you pick people that you're building a relationship with, it's easy.
Yeah.
But you're saying something relevant to your brand without selling your stuff. Like your comments are not, buy my stuff, or there's a conversation going on and you sort of say, oh, I've got a blog about that, here's the link. No, that's a bit too,
too forward.
A bit too forward in the relationship, We're not ready to,
Well, I made dinner first before you try and kiss me, for God's sake.
I know, like a lot of kissing going on and conversation. So we're all about connection and conversation. So forget the kissing. We're not there yet. Put your lips away.
Put your lips away.
Yeah, it's all about conversation. So you want to get that right. Yeah.
Right, okay. So is there any... I'm probably asking a question I know the answer to already. But how, okay, so what... I don't know how I'm going to ask this question. Do I just pick people I like? Or is it people who I think that I want to be working with?
Hopefully they're both. Hopefully you want to work with people you like.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, do I just engage with friends to try and...
No,
Or do I actually...
Be strategic about it.
Purposefully think of who I want to deal with or do business with?
Well, think about if you're engaging with people you like friends, you might engage with someone, and you often see through the notifications, Bob's got a new job, and you can engage with him and say, well, congratulations on your new job. I know Bob gets around, doesn't he? But... it's nice to build that relationship with that person, but is the person that you're having, they're a personal relationship is it someone you see every day in the office? Is it someone that's in your family or your friend group, or maybe you hang out on Facebook with them? It's about being really strategic about it. Or do they know the people that you want to build a relationship with? That's the key.
That's the thing. It's always doing business through your connections, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Even though it is a family member, and they probably won't buy your services, but they might have someone in their network that would buy your services.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a combination. Obviously, you want to like the people you work with, but the people you like, are they connected? So you're looking beyond them. Are they connected to someone? Are they an influencer of your? And I don't mean influencer in though they've got thousands and thousands and thousands of connections or millions. It's more, are they an influencer of the people that you want to have a relationship with?
Yeah, yeah.
So they're well connected in your space, and if you engage with them, then you're reaching their network. So
Okay.
that was a bit off the topic of this actual video.
It was.
But thank you for asking that question, Reg.
Yep, you're welcome.
But the other thing I was going to mention was, you've got too much content, and then you've got not enough content, and then you've got to look at, well, where are you right now? And if you're sharing no content right now, I mean, apart from being on this lounge.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. If you're sharing zero content, there is no point going to posting once a day. That's too much.
Yeah.
Too much too soon. So you might post once a week initially, or a couple of times a week to get going, and you build up to more content. And you might have a strategy of having 2 posts a week, and maybe they're scheduled. And one might be about a tip about what you do, and then one might be, what was your other suggestion? You had tips?
I had tips. I think I
And-
mentioned case study.
Case study. So it might be just 2 different types of content. Or maybe under your, 3's a good, I like 3.
Or
3's
industry information.
So you might have an umbrella for your content, and when I run content strategy workshops, I'll get people to work out what is their umbrella content, and then what are the 3 areas of their content. So video marketing, you might have testimonial videos as one of the things that you produce, explainer videos, and maybe, I don't know, like a whole documentary.
Wow,
I'm coming up with things. So
That's a
business
big jump
documentary.
there, right, okay.
Just
Start
go with the
small,
flow.
Joe.
So then your content then is
Go from one post
can
a week
be,
to a documentary. What's going on
you
there?
know, but you might share content that links to your documentary services, and then other content might be linking to your
Testimonial,
yeah,
explainer videos.
just so you're not selling it, but you're talking about the things. So it just then becomes easier to create content. But if you're going from nothing, you don't want to go too much. So it's just getting the right balance.
Right.
Because if you're a little bit too scared of creating content at all, then you might be scared of being judged, but scared of people having negative comments or laughing at you, or you might be scared of saying the wrong thing, or just looking. I mean, look at us. How many words do we make up in these videos?
Don't look at us.
But you've got to start somewhere, and content. If you're in an industry, particularly in an industry that isn't very out there and spoken.
Yeah. Isn't out there and spoken. I know what you mean. Let me know in the comments if you know what you mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what I mean in my own head. You've got to find that line. 'Cause if you want to make a difference, you've got to find your voice. And sharing content might be a nice differentiator between you and your competition who's not very out there and spoken. I know exactly what I mean.
Spoken. He's spoken for.
They're just spoken.
All right, have we had
Spoken
enough with this? Are we moving on? Is this how it's working?
That's how it's working, yeah.
Excellent.
So it's working out what's right for you right now. So you've got the whole 0 to whatever,
Yeah.
work up to content. But if you're finding people are not engaging with your content, then you need to look at the quality of the content and how you're engaging people. So more content isn't going to get you more results.
Yeah, true.
There you go.
Awesome. All right. Well, we've got lots of content on this channel. So if you want to learn a little bit more, I've got a video. Where is it, Joe?
Over there.
Over there. It's just up here.
Over there.
Click on that little link and that will take you to another video. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Smash the notification button after you hit subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. And if we grow, we can help you more.
That's right. We like growing.
We like to grow.
One day I hope to be as tall as Reg.
There we go. There's an inspiration. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We will see you next Tuesday.
Yes.